Hello everybody, Princess the Bear here, and we're back at Universal Studios because there's a place we still have not tried.
Louie's.
It's a good old Italian.
I want some Italian food, that's why we're here.
Let's go find a plumber.
Be sure to Mario.
Where the girl?
It's a him, not Mario.
It isn't me.
Not that I'm mad at the fact that I have to always get Yuengling because it is a trusty vegan beer. The wine that they have is so generic. One of them is most certainly not vegan. The other one just is Pinot Grigio, so there's no way to confirm whether or not it's vegan. Then you have like this beer and a couple of other beers, and that's about it as far as drinks go. So it's like you're better off getting freestyle here and like getting a drink from Finnegan's first before you come here. But I digress. Yuengling. It's on draft, so it's really delicious. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Yuenglings.
Nice tall Yuengling. If I ever had a beer best friend, it would be Yuengling. It has never let me down. Not once ever. You know, it keeps reinventing itself. Yuengling Oktoberfest, Yuengling Blonde, Yuengling Hershey's. I like a friend that moves forward in life. It's a nice familiar beer. It may not be what you want every time, but it's never a bad choice. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Moretti Beer is suitable for vegans and vegetarians alike. Oh, I kind of like this flavor. It's very light and airy and like a good introductory beer. Like if you were starting on beer, I would get this instead of Bud Light. This is a 3.5 out of 5 Easties.
Go somewhere different, you get the local beer. You can have Yuengling anywhere. They had Peroni, which I was very tempted to get because I love Peroni, but they had this Moretti, which I've never tried. And the beer at Universal that I have never tried is very rare nowadays. Unless it's a festival beer. It's very drinkable. Crisp, but a little bit more complexity and layers in the Peroni. I like that. Ooh. I would take this one home. I need to find this. 4 out of 5 plus.
There we have the vegan option here. The plant-based Bolognese with Gardein grounds. And then we have a cheese and the sauce. So like your other option is just marinara and spaghetti, and the same noodles. This one gives you a little bit more, and it's kind of nice to see like a Gardein ground because you don't usually get Beyond or Impossible. It tastes very similar to the Bolognese that we had at Cafe 4, if not exactly the same. It's a little bit more flavorful. I think if I add like some pepper to it, it'll just be complex enough for me to really enjoy it. I think this is a really good quick service meal, especially if you just want to like load up on some carbs for the day and just like be full. I would definitely consider getting this option because it's extremely large. And the pasta on its own, I would probably rate it a 4 out of 5 pastas. It's pretty decent. It's, you know, it's like takeout pasta. I can make better at home, but it's good. And then I got breadsticks. Now these breadsticks are super tiny. I had to get extra. I got 2 more, and they're about the same size. It reminds me very much of an Olive Garden breadstick. I'm not mad at that. It's not as good as Olive Garden, but it's like right up there. I would give that a 4 out of 5 breadsticks as well. And I would say, if you're in the mood for Italian, quick service Italian at least, not like, you know, Portofino level Italian. This is a good universal choice. It's like one of the things I like about Universal is they have like diversity of options around both of their parks. If you want hummus, they got hummus. If you want pasta, they got pasta. If you want a burger, they got a burger. You don't have to go very far for anything. I like that.
If you ever wondered how we decide to do where we do a lot of our videos, I would say about 50% of the time it's from you guys, the community. The other 50% is literally just our whims we want to eat for the day. Don't let the princess fool you. Even though we came to eat this bolognese, the real reason she came was the breadstick. She wanted breadstick. Universal breadstick at that. The princess craves your breadsticks. You're doing something right. Let's see how the bolognese does though. Pasta, I would admit, is not my first choice for walking around a theme park, but I understand to some people, let's just slice them home. Noodles are good. Pasta's good. Plant-based cheese is good. It's got nice flavors. It's not your grandmother's spaghetti. It's not my mother's spaghetti. It's not even the princess spaghetti, but it's got a nice flavor to it. I'm not disappointed by that. I'm not giving the overwhelming taste of plant-based spaghetti. There's like a tinge of it there, but it's well seasoned, it's well cooked, and I literally have no complaints about it. 3 out of 5 claws. And it's not to get unalived in my sleep. I will take the tiniest bite of the princess's breadstick. I was expecting sort of like a Leonidas spear, sort of like I can hurt you with this sort of consistency, but it's actually really soft and rather tasty. As far as breadstick goes, 3.5 out of 5 claws for me. Overall, it's a solid plate. I think we've probably been avoiding this place for far too long. It's one of those weird days for me. I'm representing for the vegetarians in our community. I wasn't really feeling meat today. It's warm. Eating a lot of meat lately. I wanted a break. So here we are, starting off with a side of Caesar salad.
You understand that Caesar salad is not vegetarian, right?
Oh yeah, Caesar salad, Caesar dressing with fish in it. I take that back. Sorry, vegetarians. More salad for me though.
It's pescatarian.
It's pescatarian. Maybe it's a pescatarian break for me. Got a nice coated salad, some croutons, a lot of Caesar dressing, like more than I usually like on my salads. Hopefully it's not a soggy mess. It's not the world's best lettuce, but it does retain some of its crunch. Mostly like the hard parts. But I can do it a little less dressing. As far as side salads go, it's not bad. Okay, but 2.5 out of 5 claws. It's not doing anything wrong, it's not doing anything right either. Now this one is for vegetarians. I decided to get a vegetable giant slice of pizza, which to me, honestly, it is giant, I'll give them that, but it really feels like 2 pieces of uncut pizza and less of a giant. It's more girthy than long. As long as the surface area is correct, I suppose I could really care less. Whether it's long or wide, it doesn't really matter. The princess got me a little bit of red pepper because I'm assuming she's trying to end me. Got some tomatoes in here, some green peppers, and I absolutely despise green peppers on pizza, but maybe this will change my mind. We got some dirt rooms in here, a little bit of Parmesan, it looks like cracked pepper. I'm just gonna fold this boy up. See if it gets a proper fold. That'll work. The crust is a little soft. Like it's on like the right side of a little bit of doughy. There's really no crispiness to the dough at all. That's a really sort of preference thing. Green peppers do not offend me. I'm not a huge fan of green peppers on pizza, but it's okay. The dirt room doesn't overpower anything. The onion is really light. The tomato, I wish there was more tomato. Cheese is really good. It reminds me of like Pizza Hut pizza or like Chuck E. Cheese. Like there's a familiarity to like that sort of consistency of pizza, but this is not what I would call like a gourmet slice. It's not a giant slice. It's not like lazy moon pizza or anything like that. But if you're craving pizza, I don't think you're gonna go wrong with this. Give it a 3 out of 5 plus. I would say that Louie's Italian restaurant was a pleasant surprise.
It was much better than I thought it was going to be. Once I got down to the bottom of my pasta, it did get a little watery.
It
but
did.
I still really enjoyed it, which was surprising to me. I thought I was going to hate it, and I didn't.
She ate till stuff. Well, we always see a line here like midday in the parks.
Yeah.
Now I understand why. The food is surprisingly above average.
And the room is like deceivingly large. There's a gelato stand on the other side too. Did you know that?
I know now. But either way, I think this is a more than a good place to stop, even if you're plant-based. If you guys think different, you think that somewhere on Universal probably does better Italian food, by all means, let us know in the comments. If there's anywhere else around here you'd like to see us go, of course, that's also going to be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.
And like this video. And if you don't comment, I don't know, Bear will stop eating food?
Hunger strike.
I don't know about that.
But you heard the girl.
Alright, ready? Screwdriver.
I don't have anything for God.
Take it. Alright, we're gonna have to put an electric here.
Ready? 1,
Ready?
2, 3,
Clear!
Go.
Check for a pulse.
Again.
One more, doctor.
1,
One more,
2,
doctor.
3,
Come on, doctor.
clear!
Clear! Oh, we have a pulse.
We got a pulse!
And
He's alive!
Alright.
He's alive!